cases are prepared by tester. Test scenarios prepared by tester and test cases prepared by tester. Tester has to take care about, tester has to take care about in preparing that particular respective test cases and taking with test scenarios. Previously, we done with the steps of test scenarios. In the same way, we need to take care about in documenting test cases. Further, as part of entry criteria for test cases, we need to take care about approved test plan. For the time being, we are not worried about that particular test plan. After that, we required SRS. Having the SRS document? Yes, we are taking care about in referring with the same SRS document. And then we are taking care about FRS. For now, do we have FRS document? For now, do we have FRS document? No. For now, we are not having FRS document. We are not worried about on that particular one. Okay. After that, taking care about that particular test scenarios. The test scenarios we are already having. We are already having that particular respective test scenarios. And then taking care about test case template. So that particular template, I got just take care about provided in your Google Classroom. If you just refer that particular Google Classroom, in that particular Google Classroom, you can have the test case template. The template already provided. You guys need to download this template. Once you download the template, it will provide. Once you download the template, it will provide in that particular respective templates folder. First, you are downloading test case template. Once you download the test case template, that particular test case template, you are providing in which folder? First, you are providing in templates folder. First, you are taking care about. In providing in the templates folder. Once you got providing templates folder, the same template you are taking care about in providing in, what is it? Test cases. The same folder we are taking into template of test cases, providing in test cases, and then doing the rename, taking care about doing the rename, mentioning the test cases related to which application? Adactin. The test cases related to Adactin application. Now, as simple as we got taking care about in providing. We got take care about in providing that particular respective test cases. The template first we provided in templates folder. And then we got provided in the test cases folder. Completed. Once we got provided in test cases folder, according to that particular template, we have to take care about in documenting. Most of the things we are already knowing it. And we got description for these columns also, taking with TC. Meaning of TC? Meaning of TC? Test case ID or number. And then we got TS. Meaning of TS? Test scenario ID or number. Then you will be taking with design step. Meaning of design steps? Meaning of design steps? Steps to be followed. Steps to be followed to test particular functionality. You want to take care about to test particular functionality. If you want to test any of the particular functionality, if you want to test any of the particular functionality, what exactly the steps need to be followed? A steps follow vali. You want to test one functionality. Okay, functionality test cheyali. To test the functionality, to test the particular functionality, what exactly the steps need to be followed? What exactly the steps need to be followed? You need to be taking care about it. That is what we need to be mentioned in considering the test design steps. After that, we got input data, or we can say that test data. Meaning of input data? Data to be used. Data to be used to test particular functionality. You want to take care about to test particular functionality. To test that particular functionality, what exactly the data need to be used. Then you will take care about expected result. Meaning of expected result? Result based on requirement document. Then you will take care about actual result. Meaning of actual result? Result based on application. Then you got take care about pass. Meaning of the pass? Expected result and actual result should be same. And then we got fail. Meaning of the fail? Expected result and actual result will not be same. Then he got not executable. Meaning of not executable? Test cases which are not related to current execution. And then taking care about comments here. Meaning of the comments? More information related to test case. Then you will be taking with defect ID. Meaning of defect ID? ID of the defect or bug. So need to be take care about in having with this particular template. According to this particular template, we need to take care about in documenting all the test cases. So let's take care about one by one how exactly we can prepare all these particular test cases according to real-time standards. According to the real-time standards, as a tester, it's mandatory. You need to be get comfortable. As a tester, you need to be get comfortable taking care about You need to be get comfortable taking care about in preparing nothing but documenting test scenarios and documenting test cases. That is what exactly the main job role of the manual tester. That is what exactly the main job role of the tester. Now, the template have been already provided. You guys need to download the template. First, provide in templates folder. First, provide in templates folder. After that, provide in test cases folder. Provide in test cases folder. Once you provide in the test cases folder, you have to take care about, you need to take care about in documenting. Let's see that how we can document. Let's take care about in understanding how exactly we can document that particular respective test cases. Let's see that. First, we got company logo. Meaning of that, meaning of that, logo of the company or project. So from where we can get this logo? Oh yeah. From where you will get this logo? From SRS. Go to your SRS documents. Open your document. Open your SRS documents. All the online students also. All the online students also. Please take care about and open your SRS document. All the online students also. Please take care about your SRS document. So if I'm taking with this particular SRS document, just you can see that. If I'm taking with this particular document, see that it got this logo. We have to take care about, we need to take care about in providing this particular logo. To provide that logo, what is the tool we are using? Tool name. What is the tool name? Snipping tool. We are taking care about utilizing with the tool name that we will be taking with snipping tool. So we need to take care about utilizing that particular respective tool. So we have to take care about that particular logo need to be get provide that particular logo. So we need to take care about in providing that particular respective logo. So we need to take care about in providing that particular respective logo. Okay. Next, we got project ID. Meaning of the project ID? Meaning of the project ID? ID of the project. So according to our understanding, what is our project ID? Project ID. ADT 0. 38 or 39? 39. ADT 0 39. That is what our project ID. We need to take care about our project ID mentioning the ADT 039. Then we need to take care about project name of the project. So what is the name of the project? What is the name of the project? Adactin. We need to be get provide name of the project that will be taking with Adactin. Okay. Then he got created by. Meaning of created by? The meaning of created by? Meaning of created by? Name of the tester. The meaning of created by the meaning of created by, we can consider that name of the tester need to take care about in providing tester name, and then taking reviewed by, meaning of reviewed by, meaning of the reviewed by, name of the test lead. Then we got approved by, meaning of approved by, meaning of approved by, name of the test lead. So need to be get take care about name of the test lead. Then he got date created, meaning of date created, date, current date. I mean, we can say that current date of started test cases, current date of started test cases. If I'm taking with date created, if I'm taking with date created, we can mention that, we can mention that current date of started test cases, that will be taking, that will be taking with current date. Then you will be taking with date reviewed, meaning of date reviewed, meaning of date reviewed, taking with future date. So taking care about future date need to be get provide future date, and taking care about date approved. Date approved is future date, need to be get provide, need to be get provide future date. So taking care about project ID, project name, created by, reviewed by, approved by. After that, date created, date reviewed, and taking with date approved. And then we got test executed. I mean, test execution. Currently, are we designing the test cases or executing the test cases? Are we designing the test cases or executing the test cases? We are taking care about in designing test cases. Once we complete in designing test cases, then we'll take care about test execution. Because of that, for now, we are not worried about in designing. For now, we are not worried about in designing the test cases. I mean, executing the test cases will take care about the details of test case design. The execution will to go with in further step. Apart from that, we got an option. What is that option? Total number of test cases. We got an option of total number of test cases. In that, how many pass, how many fail, how many not executed, how many defects reported. So this information can we provide today? Today, can we get this information? No, we can't provide today at the end of the project, because it is clearly asking about what it is asking about, the total number of test cases related to that project, related to that particular project, what exactly the total number of test cases has been created. So that particular total number of test cases, that particular total number of test cases, we cannot create it today, we cannot provide it at the end of the project. At the end of the project, we can take care about in giving this information. So for now, we are not worried about. For now, we are not worried about this particular details at the end of the project we can take care about in providing. Okay, so these details we are already done. Now let's go with our actual information need to be get provided the test case details. Okay, let's see that. First, what is the first column? What is the first column? Test case ID or test case number. As usual, you will follow the same, mentioning the TC in a capital letter. TC in a capital letter. In real time, it will depends on it. In the real time, it depends on it. You may follow same standards, or the slight changes will be there. Some project, they may go with only the T will be the capital letter. Some project, both will be capital letter. Some project, both will be the small letter. That is what your test case guidelines. That guidelines can vary from one project to another project. Guidelines can vary. Concept is same. You may work with any project, concept will be the same. I mean, test scenarios. Meaning of test scenarios? Meaning of test scenarios? What need to be tested? That concept will be the same, but the way of documentation, you can expect the slight difference from one project to another project. So for now, we are taking care about followed the standards of TC in a capital letter and providing getting started series of 001. We need to be get provide in getting started taking with series of TC 001. Okay. Right. Let's see that. See the understanding. We need to take care about in getting started with that particular TC 001. That is what we will be taking care about that particular series. Okay. After that, what is the next one? What is the next one? Test scenario ID or number. From where you will get this number? Test scenario ID. From where you will get? Yeah. The test scenario number you required, that scenario number or scenario ID, from where you will get? Is that you will get from Bangalore or Pune? Then from where you will get? Amirpeta. Not Amirpet. What is that? Test scenario? Template. Application. Do you have application? Then did I given any application access? No. There is no application. You got requirement document, not like application. You are able to see that only requirement document, not application. From where you will get? So we'll be getting that particular mentioning the test scenario document, not template. Template meaning is different. Meaning of template is that is a just empty document. If I'm taking test scenario template, the meaning is that is a just an empty document. From template, you are not getting the scenario ID. You are getting the scenario ID from the scenario document. Nothing but you are already created, you are already documented that particular respective test scenarios. You are already documented that particular respective test scenarios from test scenario document. From test scenario document, you are taking care about test scenario ID. See the connectivity now. See the connectivity. We got test case document. In the test case document, what is the column name? Second column name. What is the column name? Test scenario ID. You are taking care about test cases. In the test case document, say the understanding. In the test case document, you are providing scenario ID, right? In the same way, previously, you are already done the scenarios. In the test scenario document, what you got? What you got? Test case name or test case ID. See the connectivity now. Test case document providing scenario ID. Scenario document providing test case ID. That is what you will be taking with the connectivity here. Okay. First, we need to take care about providing test case ID. We provided test case ID. Done. What is the next one? Test scenario ID. From where you will get the scenario ID? From where you will get the scenario ID? From test scenario document. Let's see that. Let me refer. Oh. We are having all IDs are there. First scenario, test scenario ID. What is ID? TS001. This is related to which module? Related to which module? New user registration. That is related to new user registration. We have to take care about, we need to take care about in writing the test cases. We have to take care about in writing the test cases for the module of 3.1 new user registration. Test cases rayali. We have to take care about writing the test cases for 3.1. We have to write it. Just time being. Just for the time being, as you are totally new to the test cases. As you guys are totally new to the test cases, just for easy understanding. Just for easy understanding, rather than 3.1, I'm taking care about 3.2. Don't be confused. Don't be confused at all. We have to take care about writing the test cases for 3.1. 3.1 related to? 3.1 related to new user registration. Test cases rayali. We'll take care about it. Just for easy understanding, rather than starting with 3.1, I'm starting with 3.2. Once we got little bit comfortable, then we'll move on to 3.1 and we'll take care about writing the test cases. Okay. See that. 3.2. What is the scenario ID? Scenario ID. TS014. Okay. Let's provide it. Scenario ID. What is the scenario ID? TS014. Okay. We provided scenario ID TS014. Perfectly okay. Now we got next column. What is the next column? Test design step. Okay. Now see our actual concept. Meaning of scenario. Meaning of scenario. What need to be tested? A functionality test cheyali. In the same way, We got test cases. Meaning of test cases? Meaning of test cases. What is it? How to be tested. A functionality ఎలా టెస్ట్ చేయాలి? How to be tested. How we can test. How we can test particular functionality. Okay. In that, see that scenario number 14. If I'm taking with scenario number 14, we are already written. What is that scenario? What is that scenario? Scenario number 14. What is that scenario? Verify. Verify. Login functionality. That means what we have to test? ఏం టెస్ట్ చేయాలి? Login functionality. According to the scenario number of 14, we have to take care about in testing login functionality. Okay, login functionality test cheyali. That is what we are taking with our scenario. Okay, so if I'm taking with the scenario, what is the scenario number 14? Verify login functionality. That is what we have to test it. Okay, let's come to test cases. Now see the understanding. Meaning of test cases. Meaning of test cases. How to be tested. According to the scenario number 14, what we have to test? What we have to test? Login functionality. According to the scenario number 14, we have to take care about login functionality. Now, to test that login functionality, how we can test login functionality? How we can test login functionality? That particular steps we need to provide here. So how we can test login functionality? If I'm taking with login functionality, what is the meaning of login functionality? Sorry. So if I'm taking the test case, what is the meaning of test case? How to be tested. How we can test that functionality. Now we are already knowing what need to be tested. What we have to test? What we have to test? Login functionality. So if I want to test that login functionality, what are the steps I need to follow? What are the steps I need to follow? First step. First step. Username. What is it? Open the browser. The very first step. Without opening the browser, is that I will enter the username? No. So if I'm taking with first step, if I'm taking with first step, we can say that launch browser. What is the first step? Launch browser. After that, second step. What is the second step? Second step. Enter URL. Okay. Third step. What is the third step? Enter. Enter valid username. Okay. After that, enter valid password. Okay. After that, see your requirement document, guys. If you see the requirement document, you will understand. Confirm password. Click on login button. Click on login button. See that scenario number 14. What is the scenario number 14? Verify login functionality. Login functionality test cheyali. To test the login functionality, To test the login functionality, you are taking care about in following the steps. You want to test login functionality. To test that login functionality, you are taking care about in following the steps of launching the browser, enter URL, enter valid username, enter valid password, and click on login button. Okay. Next, we got taking with input data. Meaning of input data? Meaning of input data? Data to be used. Data to be used to test particular functionality. What is the functionality we have to test? What is the functionality we have to test? Login functionality. So according to that step, according to these particular step, what is the test data we required? We required URL. After that, username. After that, password. After that, what is it? Button is that you are entering the data? No. So you are not entering the data. That particular button is the click activity. That button is click activity. You are just taking care about in entering URL, username, password. According to that particular step, that is what exactly. According to that particular step, that is what exactly you got in a data. URL, username, password. Okay. Next. What is the next one? Expected result. Meaning of expected result? Meaning of expected result? Result based on requirement document. According to your requirement document. According to your requirement document. What is the expected result? What is it? Search hotel page need to be displayed. We can say that login should be successful and search hotel. What is it? Search hotel page should be displayed. Search hotel page should be displayed. Okay, done. Next. What is the next one? Actual result. Meaning of actual result? Meaning of actual result? Result based on application. For now, do we have application? Are we able to access application? No. For now, we are not having any application. We are taking care about working with the project only. But we are not able to access that project. We are able to access only requirement document. We are able to refer only requirement document. We are not able to access any of the application. Because of that, we are not worried about actual result. At the time of preparing the test cases or documenting the test cases, at the time of preparing the test cases or documenting the test cases, will take care about up to expected result. Will take care about up to expected result only. We are not worried about remaining things. Remaining things, it will come under test execution. What is it? Test execution. For now, what we are doing? For now, what we are working? Test cases. For now, we are taking care about test cases. When you are taking care about test cases, you will continue up to expected result only. Remaining all the things you will take care about at the time of test execution. Okay, let's continue on that. So this is what you guys need to be get comfortable in writing the test cases. Now you can understand test scenario, high level document, test cases, low level document, because test scenario you written verify login functionality. That is what we written. Yes or no, guys? Just we mentioned only one line. Test scenario, just we mentioned only one line. Verify login functionality. That is on a high level. Now we provided in the very detail how we can test that login functionality. We are providing the steps. We are providing the steps in a very detail. Because of that, we are considering this is low level document or low level design. In a very detail, we are documenting it. Okay. Now see here, taking with test case 2, test case 2, scenario number. What is the scenario number? Test case 14. I'm taking test case 14 only because what is the scenario number 14? Scenario number 14, login functionality. Test scenarios little bit okay, but test cases very most important, and you have to think about combinations. You have to think about combinations. Nothing but positive functionality, negative functionality. You have to think about positive functionality and negative functionality. Nothing but how we can test particular functionality. ఒక functionality ఎలా టెస్ట్ చేయాలి? All the combinations, different ways, different possibilities, you have to think about it. So because of that, I'm taking care about in taking the login functionality. First, I'll test login functionality by providing valid username, valid password. The same functionality I will be testing by taking care about first step. What is the first step? Launch browser. Okay. Second step, enter URL. After that, third step, I'll take care about enter taking with. I'll take care about enter mentioning the invalid username. And I'll take care about fourth step, mentioning the enter invalid password. Taking with enter invalid password. After that, taking care about click on login button. Taking care about in clicking on login button. Login functionality only. That login functionality I'm taking care about to test with valid username, valid password. One combination. Another combination, invalid username, invalid password. That is what the test case has. Negative functionality, positive functionality, negative functionality. All the combinations you guys need to think about. You guys need to think about all the combinations to test that. Now we can see. What is the test data? Test data. URL, Username, password, any other? Any other? No. Okay. Now, expected result. Expected result. Login should be unsuccessful. Okay. Enter valid username. Invalid username password. See your requirement document. You guys need to be very clear about requirement document. According to your requirement document, if you provide invalid username, invalid password, what is expected result? What is expected result? Online students, all the online students need to be respond in the chat window. I require all the online students need to be respond. Right. See that. According to your requirement document, according to your requirement document, what is expected result? What is expected result? What kind of error message? Invalid username and password. No. Then valid username and password. No. Then you need to be very clear. According to your requirement document, it has been mentioned. What it has been mentioned? Proper error message has to be displayed. But what is the error message? Do we have that information? Do we have that information? For now, in our requirement document, it has been mentioned that error message has to be displayed. But what is the error message it has to be displayed? Do we have that information? No, we don't have that information. Because of that, we are not worried about on that. In case of, if it is given that information saying that invalid username or invalid password or what exactly that error message, if that is provided, then you have to write in a very detail. For now, according to the requirement document, it has to mention proper error message. Nothing but error message need to be displayed. So that is what you will provide it. You will be saying that, mentioning that error message. Error message should be displayed. Error message should be displayed. Okay. Next, TC003. Requirement number, scenario number 14. Taking with scenario number 14. So you are taking with test case 3, taking with scenario number 14. Now, see the steps. What is the steps we can write? First step, as usual, taking with launch browser, enter URL. After that, enter valid username. What is it? Enter valid username. After that, enter invalid password. After that, click on login button. Now, test data. What is the test data? URL, username, password. Okay. Expected result. Expected result. Error message should be displayed. So if I'm taking with expected result, error message should be displayed. See that functionality, only one functionality, one scenario only. What is the scenario number 14? Scenario number 14. Verify login functionality. Only one scenario only, but we are looking into that. We are trying all the combinations. We are taking care about all the possibilities. That is what why tester is required. That is the reason why tester job role has been created in the real time. So as a tester, we have to take care about. As a tester, we need to take care about in testing each and every particular functionality in the very perfect way. So we are taking care about all the combinations. Next, TC 004. Scenario number TS 014. Now we can see another one. First step, launch browser. Okay. You guys doesn't require to make a note of all the steps. Where exactly difference is there? Make a note of only that step. Where exactly we are having the difference? Just make a note of only that step. See the first step. First step. First step is launch browser. If I'm taking with the first step, launch browser. Okay. And then taking with second step. What is the second step? Enter URL. Taking with third step. Enter invalid username. Enter invalid username. After that, enter valid password. Enter valid password. Now see the understanding. Meaning of test scenarios. Meaning of test scenarios. What need to be tested? Meaning of test cases. Meaning of test cases. How to be tested. How we can test that functionality. A functionality ela test cheyali. So we are coming up with all the steps. We are coming up with in saying we can test that functionality by providing valid username, valid password. Invalid username, invalid password. Valid, invalid. I mean all the combination. As an example login, you have to think about any functionality. This is how you need to prepare the test cases. How to be tested. How we can test particular functionality. How we can test particular functionality. We need to begin taking care about it. So how we can test particular functionality, we can take care about it. So that is what we will be taking with. That is what we will be mentioning that taking with test data. What is the test data? URL, username, password. Okay. Now, expected result. Expected result. Error message should be displayed. Okay. Then next, TC 005. Scenario number TS 014. Still any other related to login? What we can test? Still what we can try? Valid we got it. Invalid we got. Valid, invalid we got. Invalid, valid. Any other combinations? What is it? Without credentials. That means if I'm taking the steps, what is the first step? First step, launch browser. First step, launch browser as usual. Okay. Second step, enter URL. Okay. Third step, what is it? Click on login button. Third step, click on login button. That means We are not providing any of the username. We are not providing any of the password. Blank username, blank password. Blank username, blank password. We are not providing any of the username and we are not providing any of the password. Taking care about blank username and password. As simple as we are launching the browser, we are entering the URL and we are clicking on login button. Now you can understand. See the column name. What is the column name we got? Test design step. The column name we got test design steps. Meaning of test design steps? Meaning of that? Yeah. Meaning of test design steps. Steps to be followed. Steps to be followed. To test particular functionality. ఒక functionality test చేయాలి. To test that functionality, what are the steps to be followed? ఒక functionality test చేయడానికి ఏ steps follow అవ్వాలి? If you want to test particular functionality, what are the steps to be followed? So that is what we are writing. That is what we are writing in a very detail. So if I'm taking it, launch browser, enter URL, click on login button. Test data. Test data. URL. URL. What is the test data, guys? URL. Okay, done. After that, only URL. That is a blank username and blank password. You are not entering any username. You are not entering any password. Taking with only URL. Now, expected result. Expected result. Error message should be displayed. So expected result, error message should be displayed. Okay. Next. TC006. Scenario number TS014. Taking the step, mentioning the launch browser. Okay. After that, launch URL. Not launch URL. What is it? Enter URL. You are not launching it. Enter URL. Third step. Enter. What is the functionality can test it? You can try with previously we mentioned like both are blank, one combination. Another one you can try enter password, username will be the blank. Another combination enter username, password will be blank. That you guys can write it. That combinations you can write. Any other apart from that? Related to login, still any other things you can try? Forgot password is that is a different scenario. Related to login. Online students. See that. Enter username. It can be valid, invalid, whatever it can be. After that, mentioning about enter password and taking care about mentioning that verify password display. Verify password display format. So you are taking care about entering the password. Perfectly okay. But you need to verify. You need to test that particular. You need to test that particular display format. How exactly the password is displaying, that format you need to be tested. Taking care about test data. What is the test data? URL, username, password. Expected result. Expected result. Error message. Show password. See the test case. You guys are knowing about username? Any application. Password. You will enter the password. If you enter the password, is that password will display as it is? No. Then how that password has to be displayed? Radio Bachana. Stars. Okay. What is the expected result? Expected result aim Rayali. Online students should not display. Password should not be displayed. What you will write? Expected result. Hide password means hiding the password. That is a different one. Hiding the password is different. Your password you are entering, it is displaying. But how the password should be displayed? A password ela display avali. Stars. Dots. Okay, that means I need to write password should be displayed as dot dot. No, then? So you are just taking care about verifying that password. Expected result. Password information. Think about it, guys. Yeah. Confirm password is different. Don't be confused. Your test case is, it is clearly mentioned that verify password display format. Best example, you guys are very well knowing about Gmail. Yes or no? In the Gmail, first you will enter your email ID. Then you will enter password. No, you will not enter password. Okay, your Gmail is totally different. For your Gmail, you will enter password, right? Yes or no, guys? Okay. That password you will enter. Once you enter the password, that password will display. But how it has to display? What is the terminology? Show password. Show password, that option is different. We are not testing that. We are not testing the functionality of checkbox of show password. Yeah. What is that expected result I can write? What is that? White blocker. In dot dot, sir. Black dot, sir. No. In encoding format, or we can say that encrypted format. So the symbol dot dot, not like dot dot, that is dot dot only, but the terminology, what is the terminology? Encoding, or we can say that encrypted. We can say that encrypted, or we can say that encoding. Password should be displayed in encoding format, or we can say that encrypted format. Okay. Minimum characters, maximum characters, special characters, that is different. That is a different test case. For now, you are taking care about in testing that particular verifying display format. That particular password format, it has to display in encoding format, or we can say that encrypted format. Okay. After that, TC007. So this is how you guys can think about it. Still any other test cases you can write. Just think about all that particular things. So for now, I'm just taking care about in moving to another scenario. Next scenario. What is the next scenario? Verify. What is the scenario, guys? Verify links functionality. We need to take care about in verifying with links functionality. Scenario number 15. Okay, let's see that. TS 0, 15. See that how we can do it. Steps as usual. First step, launch browser. Taking with the first step, launch browser. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, enter. Third step, verify links functionality. Verify links functionality. So how you can test the links? Links ఎలా టెస్ట్ చేస్తారు? Yeah. Clicking, right? Yes or no, guys? If you want to test that link is working or not, you have to perform click activity. That is what you need to write it. Saying that 3.1. See the step number 3. What is the step number 3? Verify links functionality. So that link I'm taking with mentioning about click on forgot password. Click on forgot password. 3.2. Taking with click on new user register here. After that 3.3 click on go to build it to. Click on go to build it to. Okay. 3.4 click on info @adactin.com. Okay, right? So what exactly the links are there? You can write it. I done in one test case only. No, sir, this is confusion. For each and every link, we'll write one new test case. You can write it. No worries about it all. If you want to write individual test cases for each and every particular link, you can write it. There is no issues at all. Now, taking with test data. Test data. URL. URL. Any other links is that you are entering it? No, you are clicking it. You are not entering any data there. So that is not that. So just will take care about URL. Expected result. Link should be open. 3.1. What is the step of 3.1? Click on forgot password. Then what is the expected result for that? If you click on the link of forgot password, what is the result you will get? Which link? Create new password. Yeah, you guys are really BTech only. Considering that as simple as you will be taking with forgot password. Forgot password page should be forgot password. Okay. Forgot password page should be displayed. Okay. And then 3.2. 3.2. What is it? New user. New user registration. New user registration page should be displayed. New user registration page should be displayed. Okay, done. After that, 3.3. Go to build to page should be displayed. Saying that build to page should be displayed. Build to page should be displayed. Okay. Then 3.4. 3.4. info@adactin.com page should be displayed. Application. Mail should be displayed. Most of the time, if we take any web application, you may already tried it. You will have an option of contact us. Email ID will be there. If you click on that email ID, what is output you will see? Able to see one email box. What is it? Compose mail window. So once you click on any of the email ID, once you click on any of the email ID, it will take care about in displaying that particular compose mail window. We can say that compose mail window. Compose mail window should be displayed. Compose mail window should be displayed. So if I'm taking with this particular one, we can mention that compose mail window should be displayed. So this is how you need to take care about in writing each and every test case. Now, if I'm taking with next one, TC008, scenario number. What is the scenario number? TS0. 16. If I'm taking 15, any other we can try? Links we can test by click activity. Apart from that, any other option you got? There is no other option. As there is no other option, you are not worried about on it. Just will take care about and continued. That scenario number 16. Scenario number 16. What is the scenario number 16? Verify text box functionality. You need to take care about in verify text box functionality. See that. First step. Launch browser. Taking with launch browser. Okay. Second step. Enter URL. After that, verify text box functionality. Okay. In that 3.1, enter username. 3.2, enter password. Test data. What is the test data? URL, username, password. Expected result. What is the functionality of the text box? Functionality of the text box. Entering the data. Who will enter the data? User. Now form the sentence. Expected result. User entered data should be displayed. Very perfect. Expected result. User entered data should be displayed. Whatever it can be, whatever the data, we are not worried. The text box functionality, whatever the data we are entering, that particular data should be displayed. So this is how you have to take care about each and every scenario. According to that scenario, you need to come up with taking care about writing the test cases. This is how you got in a connectivity, the concept of test scenarios and test cases. Meaning of test scenarios? Meaning of test scenarios. What need to be tested? Meaning of test cases? What is it? How to be tested. So at any cost, you need to be get comfortable. So for tomorrow, try to write test cases for 3.2. First, start with 3.2, complete with that. Once 3.2 completed, then go with 3.1. For tomorrow, try to write test cases for 3.2. 3.2 related to login page. Then go with 3.1. 3.1 related to new user registration. Then go with 3.3. 3.3 related to search hotel. So for tomorrow, try with test cases up to 3.3. Up to 3.3, you can try. Template already available. So just download the test case template. According to that particular template, taking care about writing it. Please take care about it. Take care about the price. What is our effort? Effort to test it.